Alright, good evening everyone. I'm Professor McCoy, welcome back. Welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. It's a nice October, nice, I would say autumn, but it's, okay, well, I was going to say it's still, Florida weather, but it's rainy at least, so, not that hot. I did get rained on the way home, so there's that. But it's not bad. I don't complain too much about such things. All right. Into the Hawkins mansion. Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester. The old caretaker, still faithful to his employers, keep watch on the place, armed with his axe. Now, if I recall, there were 2 axes, but whatever. Pierce and Bradley managed to calm him down, and finally get hold of the key to the Hawkins mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene of the fire.
There's only one way to be sure.
Okay, yeah, so we just investigated the scene, and moving right along. It looked like there was a survivor.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Yeah. Hey, a rat. History of medicine in the 18th century. Collection of medical knowledge and health practices in the 18th century actually only covers the so-called civilized countries. It does not deal with the influence of holistic medicines or medicines from continents considered inferior. Understandable. I mean, that's not really anything to write home about. Ah, so close. And I have one point to eloquence. Right. Or commit. What is it? Validate.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
Same time, even? Interesting question.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
An odd thing to have. They singing sea shanties as a family? Is that what's going on?
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
I think it was in our book club we were talking a bit about Frankenstein. And how... was it? Or it might have just been Erica and I talking about it. Either way, it's, I actually didn't ever read the original. Maybe I ought to, but I never did. Never got around to it. But I remember, I think it was Erica who said that she never could finish the thing because it was so, recursive. There would be someone telling a story. And then within that story, there would be yet another story, and then within that, there would be yet another story, and then that sort of thing, which got to the point where it was practically intolerable.
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Well, yeah.
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Charles.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Lightning, though.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
I would think so, yeah.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
The wine? Let's see what's upstairs. Little balcony. Not accessible, at least from here.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
Mother of Scylla. Or if that's related, it's got to be related to the name of the ship, right? I mean, maybe not, but I mean, the ships are called Scylla and Charybdis. There's got to be some kind of relevance to that.
There's something disturbing about this painting. There's something disturbing about this painting.
Did I fail investigation? Oh.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
I'm just collecting their books. Crowbar. Probably belong to
crowbar
Silas.
Could prove useful.
See, I feel like that was a use of spot hidden. Was it? The fact that it sort of showed up at the little green dot.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Interesting. Dear sir, as you know, I've always held your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week, she again terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to recur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Wellard. Anton Wellard. Just a second. Those quotation marks. Huh. Well, that's pretty. Dark and spooky, but still also quite pretty. Ooh, what's this now?
Locked.
What's going on here? Scratches? Stains? Drag marks? I'm not sure. That one's open. Hold on. Oh. A key. To Sarah Hawkins' office. Is it this?
What will her room reveal about her? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated, resorting to such a treatment.
They act as a depressant of the nervous system, but once you begin, you can never live without them. Of that, I know something.
Perfect.
I'll come back to that. Yep, okay, well I could have just gone through there. Ooh. Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Looks like the kids' room. A little car. A little boat. That's cool.
The boys' room.
Cool. A fort. Multiple forts. Oh.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
Yeah, that is actually interesting. That's an interesting setup. He's got his knights and things facing out from his little hidey fort, which does seem to be a different kind of game than this sort of thing, which is more, I don't know, looks like maybe Cowboys and Indians or something like that.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
A lot. Yeah, oh yeah, that's... that. This looks deeply schizophrenic.
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them?
Literally.
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Blues, huh? Okay, The Last Supper, photograph of Charles Hawkins, clock, smashed lamps, there's shoe, in the fire, complaint, barbiturates, the boys' room, crowbar, office key. Now let's go in the office. Let's see. Yeah, it's spooky, alright. Well, that's one way to paint.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
Ceremonial circle. If the creature is not yet anchored in our dimension, an expulsion ritual might work, as long as the person performing it makes sure that he integrates the elder sign among the glyphs that make up the ceremonial circle. Be careful, though, because the works that describe the creation of such circles are not all of proven reliability. Malleus Bestiarum. Abigail G. Abigail B. Malleus Bestiarum. I don't actually see an elder sign in here. If I'm remembering what it is. I think any of these is an elder sign. Anything? No, that's it. Melted wax busts. Partially melted wax busts. Nothing.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah
Clients.
Hawkins sold.
For Boston client, JF, Boston client, FS. JF, FS, Boston client, FS, Dr. F, AD, returned. Interesting. For FS exhibition, $1,680. That's a lot. Painting for Dr. F, treatment. The Shambler, FS, gift.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders.
Oh,
I wonder why.
that's a name, all right.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
As Hawkins scribbled a kind word to his wife. Huh. Things. The Shambler, huh? There is a clue around here that I'm missing. I assume that's what the little pinging thing down there is. Oh. Thought I saw something. Oh, there it is. What is this? Sarah Hawkins' sketches look more like a gallery of horrors than anatomical studies. Do they represent what haunts her nights? Yeah, that's Cthulhu, right? Yay. I gained some occultism.
Bradley? Is that you?
More drag marks.
Is anyone there?
That's all quiet again, darn it. Her with bleeding eyes. And me. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. In a dream? Or stalking? That's running.
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
Okay, well, back through here, I suppose.
This
We already
door
went
was
through here.
closed earlier.
Yeah, I checked it. Closed and locked.
Where did he go?
Oop. Okay, I have 4 CP available. I'm gonna get 1 to upgrade Eloquence. And then... Can't upgrade either of these. That's fine, though. Let's work towards maxing investigation. Shall we? Yeah, that's good. Let's do it. Sales ledger. Sweet nothings. Hurricane lamp. Nice. It burns a lot of oil.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here?
There's oil.
I don't see any way out.
It looks like an old seaway map.
Somebody has added coordinates to this old sea map. They make up a journey. Okay, so it's several... It's not round trips. Okay, so presumably starting in... Which way does this go? Oh, okay, the St. Claudine went across from Wales. The Scylla did a whaling trip far up north, almost to Greenland, through Nova Scotia, and then back to Darkwater. The Prodigal was going towards Africa, but went up northwards to Portugal. And then the Orpheus did a round trip to the Caribbean. Down the coast. Interesting. What to make of that, but it's definitely interesting. Oh, look at that. I found a clue. All.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Posing with a third man. They seem close. There's no, no names.
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
Map of Darkwater hand-drawn by Charles. Some places have been circled. Very sketchy. Okay.
This panel is movable.
Aha.
As if the bookcase has been moved several times. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Is still. No.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
The route of the Scylla. It found something there. There it is. Yeah.
Looks like it worked.
Well done, Pierce.
Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
Oh, well, I did that.
I'd be better off not touching them for that.
I have the crowbar. Oh, that bypasses the clue. Okay, cool. Very cool. Okay, sweet. I didn't need to, but sweet. Well, this does seem to be where he went, at least. Tunnels under the Hawkins mansion. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place, looking for proof. When a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officer set off after him. But following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley enter the tunnel under the mansion.
A secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel.
Yeah, this is crazy. Places. The mansion, tunnels under the Hawkins. What else we got? Hawkins and Fitzroy and somebody else. This is interesting, and I cannot make heads or tails of this. This looks important, wherever or whatever that is. Very strange.
That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What is this place? It's more than just a tunnel.
Yeah.
Look. Someone's been here recently.
3 seats.
And that. Freaky. Cool. That, I don't like that. I don't like that. That is Cthulhu Mary. Don't like that one bit. Yeah, I really don't like that. Yeah, that's Cthulhu Mary. Yeah, uncomfortable. So what do we got?
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
The unknown figures without faces. You know, Pierce, you don't have to imagine them as Voldemort-like faceless monstrosities.
Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house.
Was it because it was dangerous, or because he was trying to keep it hidden secret?
What is this mask supposed to represent?
Not enough occultism to know. I don't actually know what it would be. This is excessively strange. It's like there's brickwork meeting with natural stone. Doesn't look right. What's this?
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Hey, Bradley. I can probably go down there, go through there.
Pierce, where you going? I can't keep up with you in this darkness.
Are you scared? I want to see how far these steps go.
Who's talking about being scared? I'll wait for you by the door.
Oh, hello. Well, hello. I don't know if I've ever done this.
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
Fascinating.
These paintings must be several centuries old.
Disappeared tribe. A tribe of men, worshippers of the sea and its benefits, landed on the shores of an island surrounded by dark waters. They were discovered by the creature some call the Devourer of Whales. They were discovered. For years, the creature hunted them down into their dreams until the weakened minds surrendered, following the creature's orders. They sunk into the dark waters surrounding the island and never came back. From the Malleus Bestiarum. Strange ancient chamber hidden at the entrance to the network of caves raises new questions. The presence of a table and 3 chairs leads to the belief that Charles Hawkins used the place for meetings in small groups. The existence of objects with esoteric connotations, you could say that again, is more worrying since they lead to the impression that we may be in the presence of a cult. Moreover, something that's blasphemous, certainly. Moreover, the torn fabric, revealing Sarah Hawkins' presence in the place, does raise questions. Was she in danger because she discovered these tunnels? Or was she involved? Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
Yep, I mean, maybe, probably. Something certainly killed that whale. So, that orca. What in the world? That's freaky. Makes me think of the Inusanon statues from Ilos in Mass Effect. There he is.
There you are again.
Who's the guy?
Well done, Pierce. And it looks like you found our fugitive. This door is securely shut. I'll look for another passage.
It's an underground cave. We can advance this side.
Yeah, I can see that. Please excuse me, but given your condition, I'll stick to my idea. I'm not cut out for this kind of acrobatics.
All right. Look for another entrance.
Well, okay.
I'll try to catch up with our man.
Fatty? Is that the problem here? I do have a crowbar. Will that help? That's dark water, all right. Oh, yeah. So that actually... What's all that? Whale oil?
Time has weakened these structures.
Yeah, maybe I should be a little bit careful, huh?
I don't have time to search them all.
Can you just sort of peer in? It'd be useful information, no?
It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
Yeah, it's shimmering. Okay, so is the fire actually green, or is it that just sort of pallor that is kind of over everything in this game? Also, what's with this? Yeah, let's see.
What's going on here?
Pierce!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have
They're
you got
lying
me
on
into?
plinth.
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Yeah, that's really weird. They're lying on plinths or something. I'm probably supposed to stay crouching and sneaking, huh? Ooh, they got somebody on their altar who's spasming. Okay. Sacrifice or patient? Could realistically kind of go either way.
A table for sacrifice?
So it would seem. Gooey pit. Horn?
An engraved whalebone.
Ah.
A strange creature has been carved into it. Probably a figure of worship.
Cool. It's the whale eater thing.
Locked.
Hmm. Okay, I have a point. Do that. Yeah, that's me, all right. She got the frown spot on. Ooh. Into the pit.
Oh God. I gotta. Oh, I can't breathe. What's happening? No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
It's just like in the dream. Actually, it's just like the dream, I think. Right at the beginning of the game.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream.
Thanks for the reminder, but, you know. Uh-oh. Okay, no, my sanity is nice and stable. So it's doing fine.
It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
Yeah, looks like ritual sacrificial dagger, maybe. Again, it looks like whalebone. Ooh. We're learning some occultism.
Pre-classical Latin? Let's see what it says. What is this awakening they talk about? And this sacred flesh?
This is my body? In a, deeply spooky and, blasphemous inversion of, kind of inversion of the Last Supper, something like that. Okay. Gotta go around. Okay. No doors. We don't use doors here, I guess. Yes, let's bring our lantern, right by all of the dynamite. At least I assume that's what it is. Right? Yeah? Fair assumption? Nothing here. Wasn't there something here in the dream? Sworn there was something here in the dream. Something important. Maybe not. Guess not. Yeah, it was the bolt cutters. I needed the bolt cutters there, didn't I?
You who sleeps, accept this dreamer under your immortal will.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitagan.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Yibithink Hupadk Cthulhu Bithinkor.
Yeah, that's
Grant
very...
him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
Yeah, very blasphemous inversion of
Loig
the
Hupadk
Eucharist.
Cthulhu Loigna.
Honestly, very typical of
Grant him
cult
your
shenanigans.
dreams and accept his, so that the paths of your souls finally intertwine.
Yor El Cthulhu Kashag.
Let his soul guide you to us, just as your dreams guided it to you.
Yor El
Is the
Cthulhu
lead cultist voice
Shog.
familiar? Or am I mishearing something? Or am I misremembering
Your
or
dream is
remembering
on the
something I
way.
shouldn't be remembering?
So that the day finally comes when you will awaken.
Is it Fritz?
La
The captain?
Cthulhu Nafal Fatagan.
Well, that's it. That's that. Okay. I could just go down there. Go get myself sacrificed. Or whatever. Seems like a bad idea, though. Oh, we're back here.
Locked.
That's where I fell. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, there are stealth mechanics. Got it. Cool.
I feel him.
You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you sleep. We pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth.
Yeah, they do want to
Bring me
return
more sacred flesh.
Cthulhu. You know, strangely, I don't remember this part.
Again, this primitive writing.
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
That sounded like Bradley. I don't like that that sounded like Bradley. Oh, here's that scene.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move!
No. Yeah, that's
Bradley, get back!
Get back!
Hawkins.
You asked for it!
Yeah, that's Hawkins.
You shouldn't have seen this.
Ah,
It's caving in. I need to get out of here.
oh, okay. Whoops.
My leg!
Call of Cthulhu is better than Call of Duty? Yeah, I think so. I will say, when I keep... Ooh. Good cultist, I assume. When I go to type in what game I'm streaming, because YouTube asks for that sort of thing, for metadata, for searchability reasons, when I type in Call of, this game does not even appear on the top of the list, because it's all the list of Call of Duty games first.
Light!
As for like what game you're streaming.
At last.
So I have to actually fully type in Call of Cthulhu for it to show up. Ooh. Chapter 5, Riverside Institute. You're not going to convince me there's a river on this island. Pierce and Officer Bradley followed the intruder to the secret meeting place of a cult set in a network of underground caves right under the Hawkins Manor. They witnessed a strange ceremony, led by a Charles Hawkins, very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest him, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer. As he tried to escape from him, Pierce found himself a prisoner of a rockfall, rushed to the Riverside Institute. He's in a critical state. Imsip asks, how would you react if you found out none of your viewers were genuine? They were all paid by your wife to give the illusion that people were genuinely interested in your streams and discussion. I would... Well, first of all, I would tell her to stop spending our money. Please. That's one thing. Otherwise, I'd want to know why. That doesn't seem like something to spend our money on. Although, if you, real viewers, want to help me buy more viewers, real or fake, go contribute some money right over there at ko-fi.com/Professor McCoy. I always appreciate that. Oh, that's him. That's the guy. That's the guy from the picture. Yeah, that's him. That's the guy for sure. She wanted a few hours a week where she didn't have to hear you ramble. The tree fell in the woods and nobody saw it. Did it really fall?
He will survive. Strong and such. Opening his eyes.
You saved him, Fuller.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
Well, what is clinical psychology if not gaslighting?
What happened to me? Where am I?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us. No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
What's with
You
that?
don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No, no!
You're leaving this cell.
Please.
Look, star
I
signs.
don't want him to find me.
Okay, well, it's locked. Wait, no, I don't want to wait. I want to see what's the deal with this weird gas. So wait. Is it boarded up? I have to assume this is a dream, right? Oh.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They scrawled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings.
Okay, yeah, this is reminding me a great deal of the Leviathan. Once again, going back to relating this back to Mass Effect, because
No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood.
that I will say that did a good job of doing that sort of cosmic horror in a sci-fi game, which is actually pretty impressive to do. What now? I did not hear that. Imsim says, did you hear that the Chicago Catholic school that held a mock conclave a few months ago got flown to the Vatican to meet the Pope himself? That's pretty cool. Cool deal.
When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me.
Yeah, how many elementary school kids can say they met the Holy Father? I don't know, that's pretty cool though.
Cries, or theirs. Awaken and free me.
Jeez. I am reminded a little bit of a really cute little video I saw the other maybe last week or so of the little girl, like,
wake up. Come on.
someone's kid
We don't have
who
much
just
time.
like bolted from the crowd and just ran up to the Pope.
Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley.
It was really
It was
cute.
he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. I saw the nurses at work on a patient. It wouldn't be good for me to get caught.
You must avoid them at all costs. If someone found out that I released you from your room, I'd never find work in a hospital again.
So nice of you to worry about me like that.
Do not be unpleasant, Mr. Pierce. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
Okay, let's do it.
What does this mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around because I'm hyper curious. I shouldn't, but
Am I in an asylum?
well, yes. Paintings are cursed.
What did he write about the painting?
Well, you know what he wrote about the painting. You can read it. You can't escape. Sarah.
Sarah. What did they inject him with? Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors. Why the strange symbol repeated over and over?
Yeah, I'm just not going to mess with any of these doors. Nah.
Dr. Colden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them.
Okay, well, he has to be German.
As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
I told you not to let her come down.
Create a diversion, huh? Oh. Interesting, okay. It's a claustrophobia mechanic. That's great.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
Good God. What could this machine be used for?
According to his record, the patient seems to suffer from psychosis. He gouged his own eyes out in an attack of delirium. Interesting.
What is going on here?
Okay.
The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine?
Now, I kind of want to try out the machine. Nobody here, right? Nobody coming.
This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. I can still increase the load. Worse and worse. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation?
That is the meat that they were eating for dinner, it would seem.
Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel.
You think so?
What will happen if I increase the current to the limit? It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock. Have I activated anything? I can still increase the load.
Oh, I see. I see what I need to do. Okay. I need to find all of the various ammeters.
Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here.
At Riverside for fits of insanity a while before her death. She wasn't at her first attempt with the... she wasn't at her first attempt with the fire at the mansion. Does that mean that she committed arson before?
Dementia? Self-inflicted wounds?
Irene Sanders, wife of Francis Sanders, had her husband interned after he had shown grave signs of madness. Interesting. This is a hidey hole.
It's done. Now for the others.
Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This will be fine, right?
I saw something over there.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, not 6. 4, 5. Just a few days ago.
I bet there's no longer any priests on Darkwater.
Yeah, that's it. 4 days at most. No more. Perhaps less. I think I got the right date. My calculations are always right. It's the dead. It's the dead. That's the problem. I don't know what this date is, but the calculations.
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. He roars and swells.
Yeah, I have to get in there.
Its waves rise and crash, leaving behind them only a trail of white, nourishing foam.
Look,
He is my
do not sleep. He does not catch
Oh
me.
man, this is freaky.
If he does not catch me, I do not sleep. If I do not sleep, I do not see him. I do not hear him. He does not call me. He does not call.
I got that one.
If I walk, I do not stop. If I do not stop, I catch him. If I catch him, I sleep. If I sleep, am I dead?
Oh man. Okay, we're back here. Those two guys are the ones I need to distract. I need to get through here? Yeah.
It's locked.
Shoot. Note staff. Last week's incident caused significant damage to the infrastructure, putting a stop to current experiments. This is unacceptable. From now on, the wheels to operate the gas stopcocks must be kept in the storage room after each use. Interesting. Moreover, you must keep the register of use up to date, Dr. Flo.
The green gas leaves from here, and it runs through the whole building.
Can I just turn it off?
This valve controls the pressure.
That seems to, I don't know, maybe do something? Fuller, I've repaired your machine as best I can. However, the piping has been damaged. I fear that gas is escaping. I cannot do any more in such a short time. All I can do is warn you. If the equipment is put under too much pressure, there is a risk of explosion. The Allen mechanic. Okay, the pressure is now low. Okay, pressure's way too high now. That's good. Everything's nicely taped.
The control wheel is missing.
Yeah. Okay. Need to find the control wheel, don't I? That pressure is overloading.
A duct. It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands.
Okay, yeah, so I need bolt cutters. A duct. Yeah, I need to increase the pressure there. I need to increase the amperage going to the machine. See what this is about.
Perfect. Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
Theoretically, huh? Oh. Yeah, I gotta hurry through here. Claustrophobia setting in. That drains my sanity, doesn't it? Ooh, shoot. Okay, cool. Or no, the ritual drained my sanity. Of course it did. In the tunnels under the Hawkins mansion, Pierce witnessed the disemboweling of Officer Bradley by a man with a monstrous appearance. The men in gowns and their rituals had not succeeded in affecting the veteran. However, the brutal death of Bradley, the discovery of the identity of his killer, whom he recognized as the dead Charles Hawkins, as well as the latter's superhuman strength, managed to strike fear into him. Pierce still does not know if he should believe what he saw. He may even put these visions of horror to the shock caused by the death of Bradley, or he may put it down to a lack of oxygen provoked by the rock fall. Very close to 100% investigation. Very nice. Charles Hawkins. Updated. Charles Hawkins is alive. Despite its crude and deformed appearance, this thing looked like Hawkins. We attacked Bradley after we recognized him. What could have happened to Charles the night of the fire? I've never seen a major burns victim in such a state. Something's not right. He has tentacles. Of course something's not right. Mary Colden, doctor. Officer Bradley's female friend works as general practitioner at the Riverside Institute. She had figured out, long before I arrived, that Fuller was involved in illegal activities. She wants to shed full light on the nature of his experiments and believes that helping me to solve the Hawkins case could advance her own investigation. And more clues too. Hold on. Francis Sanders. Oh, that was Francis Sanders again. Jabbed his eyes out. Jeez. Okay. Medical worker Sarah Hawkins. Request for internment. Okay. Irene Sanders requested her husband be. Hurricane Lamp got it back. Memo to staff got it back. Pincers. Okay, piping's been damaged. Your gas is escaping. Not do any more in such a short time. Okay, so I need max pressure, which means I need the wheel. And I need to turn on one more, I think the red wire. Then I gotta turn everything on. I got the bolt cutters, that'll help me. I got instrument medicine, Moby Dick, 20,000 Leagues, Sketchpad. There is. I have a ritual dagger. Somehow they didn't take that. Annotated Bible and a rosary. Oh, is this the one? Is this the rosary with the with the Cthulhu Mary? So I don't care for that. And no thank you on that.
The control wheel is missing.
Yeah, but like, wait, I was.
This lever must turn on the gas machine.
Yeah. Need to find the control wheel. Which was what, in the storage room, right? Oh, two possibilities. Oh, okay, I can do either one. I don't have to do both. Okay. The electric machine or the gas piping. One or the other should allow me to create enough chaos with guards to leave their posts. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, I could do either. Okay, I could do either. But I thought it said that the wheel was kept in the storage room. I thought this would be the storage room.
It's locked.
Yeah, I bet. Alright, well, let's keep looking.
Exactly what I need.
Okay, locked.
Locked.
Breviary of Medicine, okay. Breviary. Seems old. This heavy tome, the first in a series of 3 volumes, is the bedside book of every experienced practitioner. It contains all the recent advances in modern medicine. It is frequently found in the libraries of major medical universities. I'm surprised to discover a copy in such an isolated place as Darkwater. I just got medicine increased a little bit. Oh.
I could use this control wheel to turn the valve I saw.
Excellent. Will do. Do the trick. Valves. Plural. It's 2 valves. Is there one in here? No. This one.
Now for the next step.
I don't want to turn it down. I just want to take the wheel back. Can I do that? Can't take that wheel off. Why not? Do I need to find 2? Man. Yeah, I need to find 2. Yeah, okay. I need to find another one. Darn it. Alright. Okay, I think that means I need to get into the admin room. Somehow. I'm not sure. Not sure how to get into the admin room. Oh, storage room. This should do it. Let me don't get caught on the way in.
Perfect.
Shoot. There it is. Okay, get out of here. Alright, let's blow ourselves a gasket, shall we? A game saved. Good news, good news.
I've got to hide before the guards see me.
Who did this? Is somebody here?
Hell's teeth. It's locked.
Oof. That's close. Which way is it? This way, right? Yeah. Oh. Hey, maybe I shouldn't have gone in here, huh?
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me.
Interesting.
You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
They're that
The
spooky,
one and
I suppose.
The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. No, don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
Okay, so whatever curse it was.
No!
Sanders! What the hell? Oh, God. I gotta... Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
Oh, great.
Damn! The gas!
Oh, great.
Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Okay. It's extremely strange that Bradley is back, but is not a cultist. I don't know, it's really weird. Pierce woke up in an asylum installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him to escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigned supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man named Francis Sanders. Before dying, in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decide to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. See, this is just so pulpy. I dig it. Great. Now the other neat thing about this. Okay, so Sarah walked into something that was beyond her ken. Seemed to go mad in the process. But also, perhaps, it seems like she was trying to end whatever curse this is, this curse of Cthulhu, if you will. But apparently failed to do so. And Charles, presumably being a member of the cult by the look of things, was upset that she was trying to what? Revoke Cthulhu? Or whatever this is? Something like that. Alright, give me a minute. I'll be right back for the restroom really quick. Please stand by. And we're back. Hello. All right. Before we jump into it, I also wanted to mention, in case you, hold on, please stand by. No? Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. Sorry. My streaming software did a goof. Anyway, we're back. So, I will mention as well. So, I mentioned my discussion of Charlie Kirk and his faith and the faith. I mentioned that my talk with Philip and Len was going to be coming out this week. It is set to premiere tomorrow afternoon. You will, after the stream, you will find a link to it in the description. You'll also see it in my channel for the sort of waiting room for the premiere, which is going to be, like I said, tomorrow afternoon. So look forward to that. It was a really fun discussion, and we got into a lot of theological and religious discussions of our own that kind of spun off from our discussions of Charlie. Now, I will say as well, we recorded this last week, so that was before a lot of the recent revelations about Charlie Kirk's difficulties with support of Israel, which are on their own some fascinating things. So I'll say I tend to be rather supportive of what say Candace Owens is doing, because I do think she is very genuinely trying to uncover what is really happening, what really went on, and the people who really cared about Charlie versus people who were who want to sort of use his legacy for their own purposes. And she's a little extra, Candace Owens, but I think her heart is absolutely in the right place, and a lot of what she's doing is good, is in the pursuit of truth. Now, she wildly speculates in some places that are far too excuse me. Let's say she jumps to conclusions a little too quickly with a lot of these things, and makes connections that are quite feeble out to be rather strong. For example, she pointed out Josh Hammer, who was one of the guys that Charlie was talking about, was, well, on the one hand, saying that he can't support Israel anymore, and then on the other hand, talking about questions surrounding Israel. Which I think, first of all, I think she might totally be onto something, that Zoom call that he allegedly had with Josh Hammer, with the rabbi, with his conservative rabbi friend, associate, whatever, and with his pastor, I believe his pastor, that may well have been a sort of struggle session rather than a strategy meeting, as it was sort of sold as. I think that's a reasonable theory. Now, I don't think it's a reasonable theory to suppose that Josh Hammer, spineless little snake as he is, I don't think he was in on it. I don't think he had foreknowledge of Charlie's assassination. Despite the tweet the day before about public executions, I do believe the story that he was tweeting about Irina Zaritska and her murderer. But I don't know. It's a coincidence, and like I've said, I'll just quote Garrick from Deep Space Nine. I believe in coincidences. Coincidences happen every day, but I don't trust coincidences. And I have no reason to trust Josh Hammer with anything. He's not a trustworthy individual from anything that he has ever said publicly. So, yeah, and he was outright lying about this whole thing for the last few weeks. And then Candace Owens brings the receipts, and what's he do? He cowers, basically. He tries desperately to change the subject, basically. All I've seen. Anyway, let's enter madness, shall we? What? Well, hello. Oh. Does that mean it has seen me?
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Okay, well, let's see. Maxed out Master Investigation. Yeah. Let's go with do I want to go psychology up next, or do I want to spot hidden next? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Sanity's diminishing a little more. Death of Francis Sanders. Hey, I missed some little, a couple of sanity damages. The weirdness of Francis Sanders' death went far beyond anything Pierce had ever seen. Lifted off his feet by an invisible force, the poor man's body was carried into the air before being thrown violently against the bars of his hiding place. Pierce, powerless, watched the limbs break, and Sanders' body crumble to the ground. During long moments of agony, the detective saw nothing that could explain this event. Weakened by his wounds, the operations he could remember undergoing, Pierce begins to question his ability to tell the difference between reality and the nightmares that haunt him. Okay. Francis Sanders, 47, deceased. He knew Sarah Hawkins so well that he accused her of being the source of his suffering. The man gouged his eyes out with his own hands and smeared the walls of his cell with esoteric symbols. He seemed to be obsessed with a shambler linked to Sarah Hawkins, linked to the last painting. He died before my eyes in circumstances that I cannot explain. I wonder if the shambler is that. I wonder if that's it. Hey, Baze. Yes, it is Thursday, and I am live streaming. Both of those things are true. Alright. The cellars of the Riverside Institute. Strictly speaking, I didn't spend much time in the hospital. Actually, you kind of did. You were treated there. Whatever. When I woke up, I was immediately transferred into the cellars of the Institute. A sort of clandestine asylum, where Dr. Fuller carried out his experiments on patients without being troubled. Unknown machines sit beside anatomical drawings that are disturbing, to say the least. I just managed to escape from this place. I might not have as much luck another time. Oh, Baze, you fell asleep listening to Timcast, huh? I will say, I did just see Tim Pool's... last night I just saw Tim Pool's interview with Michael Malice. That was fun. Disturbing, because Tim was doing his...
You're awake, Mr. Pierce.
His common
How
shtick
do you feel?
of making predictions.
Did I sleep long?
All of which are
The
very,
day is only
very
starting.
bad.
It's fine.
Bad in the sense of the things he is predicting are bad, not that his predictions are bad. I actually am not sure about his actual predictions and their predictive strength. Hey guys, what's up?
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
How do you have professional occultism by this point?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you
Maybe
wish
you
to know
should.
anything else?
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Baze asks, was it Civil War? Tim's predictions. It's a meme at this point. Yes, yes, it was Civil War. But among other things, though, it wasn't just Civil War. He's gotten some bonus flavor sprinkling in there, too, so...
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, and chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes, I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan, and I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Okay. How about you, Bradley?
Seems you two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Okay.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death?
Why doesn't he remember it?
Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
I mean, we have the evidence that someone left the room with the fire. That's not much.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
Interesting.
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to have a professional occultism by this point.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
You sure?
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This
Yes.
makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins
Is that
just
Liara's
before
voice
dying.
actor?
It's no coincidence.
Can someone look this up, please?
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
I mean, we don't know. Okay. I don't think we need to tell her. The unknowing widow, that not only is her husband dead, but that he was apparently he had gouged his eyes out and then was murdered by a ghost. No, let's be prudent.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well.
This will affect my destiny.
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps
Professional
I'll find a
occultism
link
sounds
between her
awesome.
husband's
Okay.
death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Okay. We got an update on Dr. Fuller. No, they don't look the same. Okay, I was just thinking. All right. I don't know what he's done to me, but I shouldn't be back on my feet so soon after my fall when the tunnels under the Hawkins mansion caved in. This man is dangerous, and I'd swear he knows more about all this business than... Oh, well, yeah, he had the goopy meat. Oh, leave. Okay, cool. Oh, on which note, so can someone look up whether that is, Liara's voice actress? So now I really want to know. Muted just in time. Alright, Dr. Sanders' widow. Okay. Let's do it. Chapter 6. Sanders' residence. Pierce, Colton, and Bradley decide to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler, as the unfortunate man mentioned before he died.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
What's she doing here?
You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
She reminds me of Arya.
Well, since
And she
this
reminds me
business has
of,
got nothing to do
Miss
with me.
Scarlet
I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Nimsim says, if you were given a day past Dracula's castle, guarantee of your absolute safety, no biting,
you had the opportunity
anything
to
of the
talk
sort.
to my husband.
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
I'm not going to go ahead and just outright say it, because that's also a bad idea, but I do want to do this one. But okay, so Imsip asks, what would you discuss with Count Dracula if he had been alive since the 1400s? Well, first of all, I could take this in one of two directions. And it might depend on the particular origin of his vampirism. Because there's one version... oh yeah, there you go. I would ask why he betrayed God or any number of subjects. Yeah, something like that. Why choose this? What led you, really? What was going through your mind? What were you thinking when you chose this cursed immortality? That would be a fascinating discussion, I think. Now, also, I would certainly be curious about his military campaigns in his early life. And I kind of want to hear some stories about that. So, hey, I got a day. We can take a couple of different ones here. Then maybe I'd ask if he would extend the same invite to Joe Rogan, because I'd love to see Dracula on the Joe Rogan Experience.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. Cool. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Let's try it.
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Grimsem says, that'd be interesting. So, in Western media, I'm a monster. But they didn't call the Turks monsters when they raped and pillaged Eastern Europe. You know, Joe, I think we know who the real monsters are. And it isn't me who defended his homeland from invaders. Yeah, again, I think that would be a fascinating discussion, and I think that Joe absolutely could get into that aspect of history and warfare and stuff, and you'd be fascinated by it too. And it would make a great podcast.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Yeah, it
Who
was in her
else
notes.
to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Except your
Then
mind.
you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Uh-huh. No, that didn't do anything. Okay. But maybe it was going to open up a secret passage or something. But Baze, I had never actually read that quote before. So to quote Chesterton, the more things seem like coincidences, the less they seem like coincidences. I think that is a brilliant way of saying that. Imagine Putin or Kim Jong-un on Joe Rogan. Also fascinating. Yeah, I'd love to see either of them too. Yes, Baze, I think you are behind, but that's...
Did she really care for him, after all?
Your madam, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I'm sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his internment, you signed a discharge, allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Thomas Fuller. Wow. That's horrible. Have I watched the 1990 Bram Stoker's Dracula? Amazon Bass. I was watching it earlier, and that prompted my question. If you have, what's your Catholic interpretation of the film in light of it? I think I have. But it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. Yeah, I saw it maybe in high school or something. I'd have to rewatch it to get any really good insights.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
He is so proud of the most disturbing imagery I have ever seen. Well, I don't know about ever, but man. Oh, sorry, in light of its religious themes, so it continued. I think Bram Stoker was an Irish Protestant. He made Catholic objects the bane of the vampire. As you would. As you should. I mean, it's certainly traditional.
A house of artists.
Well, yeah.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Okay.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Interesting. Sim continues, there's some intriguing themes. Since Dracula drinks blood to remain immortal, but it's a mockery perversion of the Eucharist. Since the Eucharist that is Christ's body and blood gives eternal life. I mean, okay. Christ is God. Obviously, right?
A house of artists.
But we are not. Men are not God. For us, we drink Christ's blood in the Eucharist, which makes us immortal. Dracula, or vampires more generally, drink human blood in a perversion of the Eucharist. This does not make them immortal, but it grants them an extended mortal life. Even an endlessly extended mortal life. And again, this actually comes back to, when was I talking about this? Was it Tuesday? I was talking about the difference between immortality and living forever. And there is a categorical difference between the two. Eternity and mere temporal continuing sequence. The latter is absolutely a perversion of the former. It is a kind of a kind of denial of the good of death, which is ultimately culminates in the union with God.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Interesting question. So Imsip asks, okay, Imsip asks, is living forever, living until Judgment Day, an eternal life, is living outside of space and time in the heavenly realm? Outside of space and time is not how I would describe it. I think that the categorical difference is perfection versus imperfection. If we are in fact perfect and perfected in heavenly glory, then there is nothing that we need or could want. There's nothing for us to improve, to achieve. And so we have all. And so we can rest in that. We can rest at peace in eternity with God. Sure, maybe I'm not committed to the idea that we become eternal, per se. Right? We become timeless. We leave time. Because I don't know if that's coherent. I don't think you can coherently become eternal. Just like I don't think you can coherently say that God enters into time. This is I posted a clip from William Lane Craig from years ago. And I think it was the Religion channel, where he makes that argument that God was atemporal, outside of time before he created time, but then when he created time, he entered into temporal sequence with us. But I think that's incoherent. I've talked about this kind of extensively in my my video critique of the Loki series, which gets deeply confused about the relationship between time and timeless eternity. But yeah, I don't know that you can sort of become eternal or leave time, so to speak. But you can become eternal in the sense of being ultimately fulfilled and thus changeless. Unaffected by time, maybe is the way of putting it. Imsim says, on a similar note, Mormons preach eternal marriage, or being married to one for eternity. Though on Earth, Mormon leaders can loosen these bonds. One must be married in this life. Yeah, that's very strange.
She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated.
Why did she give it to him?
She despises St. Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
Ah!
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Do you, though? Do you really? Pierce, I don't think I agree. I don't think you do need to see it. Oh, okay, so without marriage you cannot achieve the highest levels of godhood, which is,
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Oh, I'm sorry. The highest levels of the Mormon Celestial Kingdom where one achieves godhood. Yeah, that seems incoherent to me. Okay, an audio recording. Oh, Francis left his wife Irene. Oh. Hello.
mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter.
For roughly the same reasons I was talking, I think that's good.
I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take anymore.
What's with the music?
I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Alright, let's go look. This is a bad idea. Why are we doing this? Jameson said, a Mormon once told me salvation is a personal matter, and exaltation is a family matter. Okay. In essence, single people cannot achieve godhood. For the 1890s, monogamous members could not achieve godhood. Only polygamous marriage led to godhood. Interesting.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
An amulet. Probably Amerindian. Wonder what its purpose could be. Yay, I'm learning occultism. Sanders. It is clear that she holds Sarah Hawkins responsible for the death of her husband. But what I don't understand about Irene Sanders is this mix of sadness and insensitivity. It looks like she had given up on her husband long before his horrid death in the cellars of Riverside Institute. Sarah Hawkins must be close. Cross-checking the information given by Francis Sanders and his widow, it's possible to reconstruct the events that led to the internment of Sanders. Everything points to Sanders and Sarah Hawkins being close, linked at least by their interest the collector showed in the artist's work, but more probably a certain friendship, attested to by the repeated refusals of Sarah Hawkins to sell the painting, called The Shambler. Against all expectations, she finally gave it away for free. Feelings still shown by Irene Sanders toward Sarah Hawkins are evidently derived from what she considers to be the artist's responsibility. Madness struck Sanders a short while after he gained possession of the painting. Yeah, there's no marriage or sex in heaven, only the glory of God. Well, partially that's because we are disembodied in heaven. In the new creation, we are embodied, but at that point, our relationships with one another no longer require the sexual embrace. Put it that way. Because the sexual embrace, the marital act, has as its end procreation, and there will be no such thing in the kingdom, the heavenly kingdom.
I could use one of those.
Hereafter. Are they prescribed to Francis or Irene? Interesting. The Whale and the Cod. A brief history of Darkwater Island by Erwin Greenmouth. It is focused on the past glory of the island. Okay.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning to you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins. Very interesting.
An old diary.
Diary of the pastor's wife. This volume spends some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having. Since their arrival on the island, some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. Understandable, given what we know of this place. Ah. Key to the Sanders Gallery. Dissertation on an anatomical question. It is the work of a student in book form. Although the observations are relevant, they lack the expertise of an experienced physician. However, the questions asked allow us to imagine new ways of exploring human anatomy. Medicine experience. I'm still not even to rank 2, amateur. Oh, that is... No, I don't need that madness. No, thank you.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
No, let's tell her the truth. Why not?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater.
Huh.
It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
I don't know. I kind of like Fitzroy. Now, let's see then. This is such a bad idea. Why am I doing this? Why is there a hiding place here? That looks a great deal like the dagger I found. And that looks a great deal like the ancient text that I keep seeing everywhere.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Huh? There it is. And ugh, the Sphinx is all fucky. All these ritual daggers.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
There are a bunch of ritual daggers. Ah, shoot, I have to figure out which is the real one, which is the correct one, don't I? It's... Lantern oil, okay. It's gotta be the one that matches the one that I found, right? Knowledge. This one. Gotta look like this. Right? I assume. Okay. Imsip was at work today and wondered about the role society or educators have in trying to stop kids from growing up to be criminals or end up in prison. I've seen kids who statistically you can tell are more prone to end up in prison, either by hanging around with the wrong crowd or their attitudes. A refusal to submit to authority you know is going to not end well if they run into the wrong cop. That is a good point. None of these are a perfect match. I'm guessing it's this
Why
one,
was he
though.
so interested in old weapons?
I'm just gonna randomly guess that it's that one. I'm sure the thing is going to attack me. The Shambler.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
I'm gonna have to find the right dagger and stop the spooky beastie.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
A rather disturbing one, too, if you'll ask me. Got Lucifer. You straight up have a statue of Lucifer. That's... Oh, is this, Oh. No, for a second I thought it was, what's the saint who was flayed alive? Saint Andrew, right? Flayed alive, who has his own skin as a robe. Famous sculpture. That's interesting. There's a baby killing a goose. That's really weird. Yeah, that's strange. Alright, let's make the horrible mistake of looking at this thing, shall we? Yeah.
What the hell was that? Down. Did it hit?
Oh shit. Oh! Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so which dagger is it? I have to figure out which dagger it is. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll need this right now. Find out. Alright, let's figure this out, shall we?
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Oh, it saw me. That's okay. Yeah, that's not right. Wrong strategy, and probably the wrong dagger. Let's try again.
What the hell was that?
Oh, it saw me. It's faster than me, isn't it? That didn't work. There's no way that worked. Nope. Okay. Okay. This is a problem. I have 10 minutes. Please stand by. Okay. Oh. Wow, this is a really complex series of things to try. I'm going to try it a couple of times, but if I can't make it, then I will start next time doing this. Okay, so what I need to do is I actually need to go over to the painting, apparently. Oh, fucker saw me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm dead. Try again.
What the hell was that?
Oh, it's right there. Did it see me? Oh, fuck, it did. I don't think it's gonna work, is it? Okay, so I have to get over to the painting, apparently. tell you what. I need to actually read the strategy before I do this. So we're going to do this one on Tuesday. How about that? Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Because apparently there's a long sequence of steps that you have to do, and you also have to get tremendously lucky. And I have 7 minutes before midnight, and I'm not going late tonight. Sorry, guys. Oh, man. All right. I'll tell you, the stealth mechanics in this game are not that well developed, but supposed to be, I guess. They're deeply it does succeed at making you feel tremendously vulnerable, which I'm sure is the exact point of most of the mechanics of this game, honestly. Anyway, like I said, that is all the time I got tonight. You gotta wrap it up. So, thanks for joining me. This has been fun. Hopefully this has been a little bit spooky. So yeah, we'll pick this up on Tuesday. Like I said, I'm planning on hopefully finishing this game in October, before Halloween. Or at least by Halloween. We'll see. We'll see, actually. I don't actually remember how long this game is. But I don't think it's that much longer, seeing as we have found, if not the monster, at least certainly a monster. So we'll see. Anyway, keep an eye out for that discussion with Philip and Len coming up on Charlie Kirk, and sainthood, martyrdom, religious revival, all kinds of fun topics. It was a great discussion. It's about 2 hours long, so buckle up, get ready for it. It's premiering tomorrow afternoon, so check it out. I hope you guys enjoy it when it gets here. Till next time, until Tuesday. Well, actually, I'll probably be available to chat about our discussion tomorrow. So come in Discord, go in the comment section, do all that stuff. But otherwise, I'll be back right here with Call of Cthulhu on Tuesday, where we're actually gonna beat this thing. I guess we'll beat the thing, maybe, if that's how it works. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I had a good time. Hope you guys are too. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, remember, don't be safe. Be well. More importantly, be good. Good night, folks.